Friday, October 23rd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East along with you. Let's begin with a look during the 5 o'clock hour from the Avalon Pier web camera this morning along the North Carolina Outer Banks. Notice the flag kind of still there this morning. Really very little in the way of any wind even there at Kill Devil Hills. Only a light west-southwest wind reported this hour. Temperature 62 degrees, and it's a quiet, cool morning region-wide. I'll show you current temperatures in just a moment. Let's move on, though, with a look back at yesterday. We had highs, there we go, that were very pleasant yesterday in many, many locations across the southeastern part of the country. And we began to see some of those 80s creep into the Carolinas. 81 the high in Fayetteville and Wilmington, 81 in Columbia. You had a few areas near the Virginia border that hit 80. Reedsville and Mount Airy among those sites. There's your Triad area highs, 80 in both Reedsville and Mount Airy. Upper 70s around the rest of the Triad viewing areas. Upper 70s around the Charlotte viewing area as well. Altogether, just a fantastic October day, and today even a degree or two warmer in many spots. Let's check some fall photos before we move any further. That's our daily photo yesterday from our friends there at Grandfather Mountain. In the foreground, U.S. Highway 221. You look up toward the top of the picture, there's the Lynn Cove Viaduct. Beautiful photo there, and you notice even still at that elevation, some pretty good colors still to enjoy. Here's a photo from Teresa McKinley. A little bit of fog there along Mountain Island Lake. That's a neat photo there early in the morning. And this was creative. Had a series of photos, this among them from Tara Sigmund in Faith, North Carolina. In anticipation of Halloween coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend. Got a skeleton family there doing their thing. That is indeed pretty creative. And we want to see your fall photos. ncweather@twcnews.com. Be sure to include your name and your location. Still some good color to enjoy in many, many North Carolina mountain spots. So if you're heading that way over the next couple of days, you have plenty of great color to enjoy. The highest peaks past the peak of the fall foliage season, but some really great color to enjoy in many, many mountain spots. All right, as we're starting off the day, it's kind of cool, but everybody a little warmer than where we were at this point yesterday. A lot of 50s on the board this morning, some 40s in the sites away from the bigger cities. Radar and the satellite very quiet locally, but you have a big storm system wrapping up over parts of the plains, and you have some rain, pretty extensive. North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, down in Nebraska. Some snow flying on the backside of the system through the Colorado and the Wyoming Rocky Mountain region. And then you follow this band of rain down south through Missouri, and then it really picks up in intensity through parts of Oklahoma and Arkansas and Texas. You have some ongoing flooding issues there in northeastern Texas as I'm cutting the video. And let me show you one more thing here before I go away from Storm Tracker. Big storm system, big hurricane there off the coast of Mexico, and that moisture will eventually try to play a role in our weather as you get deeper into next week. As far as today is concerned, a great day. This little backdoor cold front staying to the north of us through today. So today, as mentioned, probably the warmest day of the week for most of us. There's your Friday highs. A lot of us about 10 degrees cooler tomorrow on the backside of that little backdoor front. More in the way of some cloud cover in the western half of North Carolina and South Carolina too. And there's your Saturday high temperatures. Now you get on out into Sunday. I think a good deal of cloud cover as our next cold front then approaches. Maybe a few showers. Can't rule that out for the big Panthers game Sunday evening. For the time being, I'm going to leave rain out of the forecast. But I cannot completely rule out a shower before the game is over. But the chances looking rather small at this point. And there's your Sunday highs across the region. Now, we'll have a bit of a wedge set up for Monday and Tuesday. Temperatures will be cooler. Look for some showers at times, especially Monday. And then we gear up for a big storm system around the middle parts of next week. Especially focused around Wednesday. That's when we see that Pacific Ocean tropical moisture begin to move in. And this could be a big ticket rain event for many folks around the region. Again, centered around Wednesday of next week. The European model printing out some 2-inch rain totals in a lot of spots around the region for the middle part of next week. The good news is that we'll then get out of the way in time for some great weather by the end of next work week. And at this point, the Halloween weekend next weekend looks very nice for any outdoor plans you might have, including trick-or-treating. But, of course, we'll keep adjusting the forecast. In the tropics, nothing happening in the Atlantic Basin. Again, over there in the Pacific, there's that big hurricane. And that is Hurricane Patricia. That is a major hurricane. At the time I'm cutting this video, 200 mile per hour maximum sustained winds. and that's going to come into Mexico likely as a major hurricane. So that's a big deal. But again, in the Atlantic Ocean, everything quiet. Nothing really happening. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everybody have a great weekend, and God bless.